Hello, dear heel lovers. Welcome to the third episode of my favorite vintage shoes. Today we start with a pair I mentioned in one of my previous posts, which was these Dolce and Gabbana shoes. These are truly old, nearing 20 years. And you can see that immediately as you look at them. Not only are they old, they have been exceptionally loved and worn. As I said, I do believe in wearing my favorite things. They're not saved for good days. I've worn these to work, I've worn these to parties, I've worn these to the park, I've worn these on holiday. And they are, again, very special. They have this beautiful sort of tapered heel again. And at the time I bought them, there were hardly any shoes that had a heel like that. This was in fact the only pair. And whenever I wore them, people really noticed it. Oh, sorry, there's a little white thread here, which is bothering me. I need to take that off. People really noticed it. And you can see the shape of it here. I don't know how much light can capture them, but they're not black. They're very rich navy blue, almost bordering on purple. It's this gorgeous midnight blue, which is one of my favorite colors or nuances of color in the whole world. They are, again, I would say mid to high heel, depending on your perspective, really. And the soles look like them. They have the DG underneath, all the way with velvet, except for the leather sole here. And an incredible, very elegant silhouette that hugs the foot and creates beautiful lines, very low here, again, to elongate the legs and to create this picture of sophistication, I would say. Velvet trimmed with gold brocade, a gold brocade trade, I would call it, and this gorgeous embroidery here with maybe like an olive branch, you'd say. It looks like a crest of arms, something you'd see on a signet ring, but in fact it's the Dolce Gabbana logo in a beautiful, complex font. As you can see, the inside, it was in this gorgeous yellowy, almost mustardy satin. And here we have the brand. You can see it says Dolce & Gabbana. Not sure if it's gonna focus here. But they are super worn. And I have washed them inside. I've done everything, but because I've also worn them barefoot, they've taken a beating. Regardless, part of my collection, part of my memories. I love them and I like to look at them and keep them. They bring back a lot of memories. Moving on to my next pair, similar age. Maybe I bought this a few years later, actually. I think the next one is from 2000, I would say 7. This is a pair of Miu Mius. Haven't shown you Miu Mius until now. These are definitely high heels. And what high heels they are. You can probably see already a pattern. I like curved shoes, the décolletage here, where there's plenty of space for the foot. And these have a tiny peep toe, which was really gorgeous. And look at these heels. The back of them, I remember when I first saw them and I bought these in Selfridges in London at what used to be their shoe floor, I remember thinking these look like tulips, beautiful flowers. And I love this ombre effect on the back, where we have the purpley pinky hue at the top, and then it goes into this dark and eventually black tone at the bottom. This is what they look like at the bottom. And on the sides, they are in suede, black in the front, purple, pink at the back. A pair of flowers. I loved wearing these with the dress to my knees. Simple, simple dress and just these. And I've worn them to work. And I've worn them for going out for drinks. And I've really, really enjoyed them. I love the backs of them. Especially if you have beautiful stockings with just a seam that rises from here at the back, like from the 1940s, that type of stocking. They look so beautiful. Stunning shoes by Miu Miu. Little masterpiece. Oops. Sorry for that sound. The next pair. Well, they're all my favorite, but the next pair is super special. I bought these in Italy. We were in Tuscany with some friends, and I stumbled upon these gorgeous shoes by one of my all-time favorite designers, Alexander McQueen. And this is back from 2007 as well. You can see there was a period where I bought a lot of shoes of a certain style. And this is when Lee McQueen was still alive. An extraordinary talent. Let's start, as always, with the shoe, with the heel height. Mid to high heel, very thin heel, but with an interesting wide base here. Executed in leather. Sort of like almost snakeskin embossed leather. And again, a beautiful half S line through the shoe and a gorgeous silhouette. Both in the front and on the sides. Extremely complimentary, extremely flattering to a lady's foot. They are made of feathers, as you can see. Absolutely gorgeous, so special. And inside they're trimmed in leather, again with the snakeskin embossed trim on the sides. And in the taupe leather here you can see the McQueen logo. The hues are brownish reddish with specks of gray, black and white in the feather. These shoes are, like everything Lee McQueen did, an absolute piece of art. At the same time, I purchased a coat of his for the winter time, very tailored, very beautiful. I don't know if I'll share clothes on this channel, but I worn them often together. And it's something that when you put such pieces on, it changes your posture, it changes your whole being, and you feel like you are privileged to walk around with a piece of art on your feet. It's extraordinary. Respect to his memory and to his extraordinary talent. The last pair of shoes for today, the fourth one, is by another favorite designer. I've shown a pair of his shoes pretty much in every video by now, Manolo Blahnik. These I bought in 2006, I believe, in the boutique in Hong Kong. And they are pump Dolce in shape, in that there's an interruption between the front part of the shoe and the back. They're mid-heel, and all the way around they have the same leather. It's an animal print. I want to say almost like a panther print, but embossed with these tiny little dots, you can see. So there's a texture, a relief to the pattern, and they have these buckles in the front in black with a slightly glossier embossment and a little brass hook of the buckle here. Manolo Blahnik on the inside. Look how much they've been worn. They're absolutely shattered. And I've been caught in the rain in these, look at here. And in sunshine, and I've worn them to work. I've run through airports with them. I've been to conferences. These shoes could tell some stories. But look at the heels. After all this wear and tear, look still quite intact. Exceptional quality. And these, with the black dress or a black suit or something in the brown tone, you will feel like $1,000,000 going to work. And they have a little bit of a naughtiness to them, perhaps because of the animal print, but still appropriate. Still a bit demure because of the shape of the pump Dolce and the black buckle. Beautiful, classic, loved to death Manolo Blahniks. Thank you for watching as always. Let me know if you love these shoes, if you have any of these shoes, and I will see you in the next video.